Alright, so over the past couple days, Hoyoverse has actually revealed the characters that are going to be coming to Honkai Star Rail in version 1.3. Now, I know we have the 1.2 live stream coming up in a few days, but for each version, they like to give a little sneak peek of the characters for the following version ahead of time. So, build up some hype and do a little marketing with them. So we're just going to go over that today. There's not too much information here, and there's definitely things that, I'm going to be interested to see more of, because, once again, in version 1.1, we didn't get any main story continuations. So we haven't really gotten much, new lore, especially with the characters that are revealed for 1.3. I'm going to talk about what we know right now for each of the two characters, each of the two 5 stars, because there haven't been any 4 stars revealed. If that does end up happening, then I'll cover that, but we do have the 2 5 stars. So, firstly, and I'm kind of going in reverse order here, we have Xuan coming out as a 5 star. She's going to be a quantum character on the path of preservation. And I think that both of those, her path and her element, are a massive W for the game right now, because she'll be the 4th quantum unit. So, that adds a little more variety for quantum, and also one of them being a limited 5 star right now in Sela. So that's definitely going to be very nice to have another quantum option. And then also, I think her being preservation is actually going to be huge, depending on how her kit ends up working, because we don't really have too many preservation characters. I think preservation is has the least characters out of any of the paths right now, because preservation right now only has Japard, March 7th, and the fire main character. So having Xuan in the mix as well as a preservation option is going to be really good. Again, we don't know what she's going to do exactly for her kit, but judging by her being preservation, it'll probably be something that relates to defense and just general survivability, not including healing, because unless she has a Eidolon that gives a type of healing, but it won't be a main part of her kit at all, since she is the preservation path. But yeah, I think she's going to be very good for the game. We'll see how her kit turns out, because once again, I'm not really going to go into leaks or anything on the channel. And for my main thing, at least for me personally, looking at leaks, if the character hasn't been revealed at all, I won't look at them on my own. So yeah, for the channel, it's weird territory in terms of content coverage and whatnot. So I'm just not going to be covering it. So I'm going official information only. But then the other character that was announced, and the reason I talked about the whole leaks and everything is because this character was getting leaked for a long time. And despite me trying to avoid stuff because I don't really know too much about him, because we don't have storyline, he's not in the story or anything like that yet, because that's my main thing, because I don't want to see leaks and then get spoiled on story things. But it was kind of hard to avoid this one. It's probably the hardest to avoid a leak. We have Inhibitor Lunae coming as a 5-star imaginary character on the path of destruction. Now, I'm not going to go into leaks or story things, but I'm sure many people have seen it already. But he looks he was also in a trailer, one of the earlier Honkai trailers, and it looks very similar to Dan Heng. It looks like it could be a form of him. We'll hopefully see it in 1.2 if they're showing us this now. Hopefully we'll get some main story continuation and be able to see what this is all about. But yeah, I think getting another imaginary character in the game is going to be really good as well, since imaginary, similar to Quantum, Lunae here is going to be the 4th imaginary character. So basically the 2 most underrepresented elements right now getting new characters in 1.3 is going to be really nice, because 1.2 isn't really giving it that to us, because Blade and Kafka are going on to elements that already have a decent amount of characters. I think Blade is a little more impactful in terms of just his element on its own. But in terms of, destruction, we have a decent amount of destruction characters already, for sure. But I think Imaginary, with how unique Imaginary is in comparing it to the other elements, I think it's going to be really nice to have another option here. And I know a lot of people, because of how long, things about Lunae have been, rolling around, the leaks community and stuff like that, it's definitely going to be a character that I think a lot of people are going to pull for. I don't know if I'm going to pull for either one of these characters, to be honest. I want to see more of what they do and whatnot once we get some more information. But for right now, I definitely think, especially if you didn't go and pull Locha and you don't have a Welt, because we are all going to be getting a Yukong in version 1.2. But if you want another imaginary character, if you really want Inhibitor Lunae, then I'm sure a lot of people are going to want to pull for him. And the main story may even help get people to pull for him even more. So we'll see what happens with that. He has a cool dragon aesthetic, it looks like. So I'm definitely gonna be interested to learn more about him. But yeah, that's all the information we have right now. We don't know the order either for the banners for 1.3. We just know that one of them will have Inhibitor Lunae, and the other one will have Xuan. But it will overall be... I think this is a good lineup for sure. Definitely buffing some areas in the game that I feel like needed a little bit of improvement, especially with the Path of Preservation. I feel like that path was a little limited for a while. And so I'm glad that we're getting a new Preservation character for sure. But yeah, let me know in the comments what you all think about the reveal for the 5 stars for version 1.3. I'm definitely excited to see how it's all going to turn out, especially with, what we're going to get in 1.2 as well. But with that, everyone, thank you all so much for watching. Be sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe to the channel, and ring that notification bell. But with that, I will see you all next time.